What's going on? In today's video, I'll be demonstrating how I restore headlights and get them to look nice and clear again. I have everything laid out here, and let's first take a look at these headlights. They're from a 2016 Toyota Corolla, and they're like crazy hazed over. The light output has to be horrible on these, and it just makes the car look a lot older than it is. But I want to show you guys the simple steps that I use to get those cleared up. I'll start with the 600 grit wet sand, then a 800 grit wet sand, then I use wax and grease remover, then I'll hit it up with this tack cloth, get all the dust and debris off of it, then mix some clear up and shoot it using my new Iwata LPH 400. Finally upgraded from Harbor Freight guns, so this is pretty nice to use. And then we'll hopefully get these things nice and cleared up. We're gonna start with the wet sand, get some water sprayed on there, some plain old tap water. And then I take about a palm size tear of the sandpaper. You don't need too much, and I don't want to use the block because I want it to contour with the headlight real nice. Get it warm a little bit, some more water, and then we're gonna take this 600 grit, and then I kind of put it between my fingers like that, and then give a gentle scrub all the way around the headlight. Don't want to apply too much pressure. I just let the sandpaper do its thing. And you'll see the water that's coming off get real cloudy. And that's all that oxidation on the surface starting to come off. Gotta get all the weird angles too. Nice little rub. It's already starting to feel a lot smoother than what we started with. Sometimes we get the cloudiness will be inside the lens, and that's when you're pretty much screwed. Once you hit one pass on there, give it a little rinse off. Rinse off the paper, and then go at it again. Do a different angle. Gotta make sure you cover the entire headlight. I don't want to have any spots that are still hazy. I'm moving kind of quick, so it might look like I'm putting a lot of pressure on there, but I'm keeping it real gentle. Get those edges too. And that looks pretty good. Get a little bit of circular action in there. And now I'll do the same thing to the other side. Now after that 600 grit wet sand session, the headlights will have the yellowing removed and all the haziness, but they're still gonna look pretty cloudy from all the sanding marks. But that's when we're gonna move over to the 800 grit paper. So now we'll take the 800 grit paper, give them a little spray again, and continue that wet sand process. When it starts to feel kind of dry, just go ahead and give it another little misting. Get all those edges, don't forget the edges. All the little weird angles. Once we got them all rinsed off, go ahead and start blowing them off. Now we're gonna take some wax and grease remover and give these things a spray and wipe down. This thing covers really easy, so you don't gotta spray that much. And when wiping these down, make sure you put some gloves on. And at this point, you don't want to touch the headlights without gloves anymore, because you don't want to get any oils onto the surface that you'll be spraying the clear coat on. So give it a good wipe down. And once we got that wiped down, we're gonna once again hit it with the air. We want it nice and dry. This is the clear coat that I use, Shopline JC7200 and a Shopline JH7220 slow activator. And that's because I have a compressor gun setup. You can also use a can setup. This is satin, so don't use this one. But for example, you can use a 2K can clear that has the activator on a plunger on the bottom. This will work just as well as using the gun. Now you're gonna take your mixing cup, and this stuff mixes 2:1. And here we have the 2:1 ratio. Probably gonna go up to maybe, I'll say three parts. Okay, maybe it is 2. We're not gonna need that much. Set these things aside. Take the stick. Get it all mixed up. And then I'm gonna get suited up and get my mask on to start spraying this and get the fans in here on. Now we got the fans on, geared up. Let's get ready to shoot some clear. Now that we got that first coat down, we're gonna give it 5 or 10 minutes or so, and then we'll hit it back up with the second coat. Looking good so far though. And this is how they look after 2 coats. Nice and glossy.